Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Steel Donut Collective. My name is Bob. With me is Blake.
Hey, what's going on? And we are here to read a story called How to Land a Plane with Little to No Knowledge.
Oh boy, Blake. I hope you have little to no knowledge.
You know what? I actually have no knowledge.
Blank slate.
The only plane I've ever been in was a very small propeller plane, and I was only about 1,000 feet off the ground, so it wasn't that exciting. But
Well,
I'm
imagine.
I'm sure it's
Imagine yourself sitting in that plane and a terrorist captures it.
Yeah, a terrorist
Wouldn't that be
captures
exciting?
a terrorist captures a 3-person propeller plane.
Yeah, in a post 9/11 world, that can be one of the most fearful things for people to experience. But what would you do?
What if you did take back the plane? Then what?
I'm just thinking, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Why is it, who doesn't,
Who knows?
how are you going to get a 700-ton tin can safely back on the ground?
For here am I sitting in a tin can.
Why are we not capitalizing the beginning of sentences? This is a bad omen for things to come.
The world. Rest in peace,
Following
David Bowie.
these steps could make a huge difference between life and death.
Steps.
Alright.
First, jut your chin out really far.
Yeah, make sure you find somebody on the plane with a severe underbite. Now, it should be known, I actually do have an underbite.
It's not.
So
It's not very severe though.
it's not that severe, but I mean, I could make it more severe.
Yeah, there you
go. I'd be the guy for you. I'd be the one saving your. Also, it seems like you should have a very irregular heartbeat.
Yeah, no joke. Also,
I mean, most people's heartbeat has like a pattern, and by that I mean your heart works.
you see, I like
That's
how
just random.
I like how they put the wikiHow watermark in the bottom corner, or else they try and use this as the poster for equilibrium.
Yeah.
All right, so step 1: stay calm.
You have to say that in full caps, otherwise people won't be calm.
Yeah, you can't calmly say stay calm.
Yeah, you have to scream it. This is the most important step of all. And then the rest, I guess, are just garnish.
Yeah.
Panicking just causes you to lose focus and make things much more difficult to accomplish.
Wait,
not...
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, if the hook for this is a terrorist capture the plane, should the first step be take out the terrorists?
Take the plane? Yeah, retake the plane.
I'm just sitting here going into a zen state while they're crashing the plane.
No, see, they decided to skip all the hard steps.
Oh, I see.
They get, it's hard. There's no one solution fits every problem, kind of. You're not going to find a one-size-fits-all solution for a terrorist capturing your plane.
Yeah, and
so,
we should write
what
that
do?
article.
Skip it. Don't even write that article.
We should write that article, and all the steps will just say, be like Liam Neeson.
Yeah, at the bottom, I'm sure it'll read, how much do you know about retaking captured planes?
Yeah, how much do you know?
If you are not going to be taking control... Wait. If you are not going to be taking control of the aircraft, do not cause the new pilot to lose focus by yelling at them, making loud noises, or cause any stress on them at all.
They're trying to fly the plane, and it's just we're all gonna die if you fuck this up.
You're right. Hey, I don't want to put pressure on you, but all our lives are at stake, and you're the one who's got... you've got our lives in your hands. No pressure. I just want you to know we're all fucked.
And then make a loud noise.
If you don't save us. And then just loud noises. Just nearby. Oh, if you are going to take control of the plane, do not allow idiots to cloud your focus.
Remember, you are the alpha and they are the cuck.
Yeah, turn off your guidance, okay? Just use the force.
Yeah, use the force.
Oh. Look at the next step.
Yeah, next step, put on...
Number 2.
Next step, dress like a Navy admiral.
Yeah, you gotta take the pilot's clothes if you're gonna be the new pilot. Which, granted, with no pilot operating the plane while the clothes are off him, since nobody's wearing them, no one's allowed to fly the plane. So the plane's going down. So you better learn how to change quick. Number 2, use the communications is your biggest priority. What a beautiful sentence.
I don't know if I have anything to say to that.
let's just imagine there was some period before the the second word communication. That means the first sentence reads, use the communication.
Do the locomotion.
What the fuck? The headsets of the incapacitated captain and crew are... who incapacitated the crew?
The terrorists are like, we really need to take out the cocktail waitress.
Right. She's handing out Cokes. Not on my watch. Incapacitated captain and crew are of greatest value in the plane. I don't know, some of the passengers might be wearing some pretty fancy jewelry.
Hey, Bob, so grab those and point them on.
Point them on?
Like, you have to use your psychic powers. Just point at them, and you levitate them up in the air, and then...
Yeah, exactly. You have to point them onto your body. You can't put them on. You have to point them on.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
Number 3.
Yeah, headsets on fleek.
See, look at this. It looks like the guy in the drawing can use punctuation, but the person writing the article cannot.
He's also making loud noises.
Yeah, that's true. He's trying to distract the co-pilot. To make contact, number 3. To make contact with ATC, air traffic control, there's only one button on the control column, the yoke of the plane. No, there are lots of buttons on the control column of the plane.
No, go into a cockpit, there's just like about 3 buttons and a joystick.
Did you... Is this advice for people who think that the control column is covered in buttons that contact ATC? Because everybody kind of understands that there's only going to be one button that contacts ATC. I mean, that's why you have other controls on the control column. It's to control the plane. If you had more than one, that'd be super redundant. Like, ATC button, you press that, and there's also a backup button, and another backup next to that.
Yeah.
That button depressed... Wait, what? That button depressed plus your new headset are key to talking to ATC.
That was the best way to phrase that sentence.
There's no better way. I think English teachers everywhere went, yep, done.
That's about right.
Does not need work.
A+.
There will be a radio comm board in the plane. Don't describe it. There's no need for that. It's just whatever. A knob on it will change the frequency. Again, so now we know it's a board of some kind. It could just be a plank with a knob on it. Okay. You must turn your frequency to 121.5. If you cannot find it, just skip to the next step and add that you must contact 121.5 at the end of the transmission.
Okay. Thanks. And now we contact ACC by saying, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Mayday 3 times.
Right. If you say Mayday 2 times...
They'll be like...
4 times, they know you're kidding.
Yeah, that's
pilot thing. Like, you say it once, they know you're testing. 2 times... They don't take you seriously because you're just kind of like, it's only sort of an emergency. 3 times, definitely emergency. 4 times, pilots all know. If you say Mayday 4 times, everyone will know you're joking.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah. State your name, explain what has happened, and that you have no knowledge of how to land the plane.
At this point, ATC will be like, oh my god, you're gonna die.
Yeah, you're fucked, dude.
Actually,
but can I just say, we're on the internet right now. Like, unless they're expecting us to read this article while the plane is crashing, you can just tell us how to land the plane now. We're here, we're not in danger right now, we'll just read the article now. I mean, I assumed this article was for prep work, but if you're expecting to write, like, expecting people to look this up pull it up on their phone while they're trying to land the plane, I think maybe get rid of the pictures and maybe tidy up the article?
No. See, because at this point, ATC will make sure you are not the terrorist and ask you to do a simple command like turning the control column to the left. Because terrorists don't know how to turn wheels.
Yeah, terrorists are stupid. They don't know what they're doing. They don't even... I mean, see, the thing is, they don't need to know how to land a plane with no knowledge. They have no knowledge anyways. They're not trying to land the plane. They're trying to crash it.
Well, you see, the real trick is ATC will ask you to say something, and they know if you say Durka Durka, then you're a terrorist.
No, actually, I thought it was that the ATC was going to play a very simple game of ATC says. It's like Simon Says, but if ATC doesn't say it, you're out. You're fucked.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to follow commands. Number 5, listen. At this point, ATC will do the best they can to talk you down. Apparently, you're gonna kill yourself.
Well,
pay attention.
Well,
don't.
Actually, what they're saying in the picture is they're just like, huh, what?
Yeah, no, they're asking questions, and this dude has the blankest face. I mean, at least he's staying calm.
Man, that guy's on downers.
Yeah. No, see, it says pay attention. They don't want you to be bothered with some wikiHow article on your phone while the ATC's trying to talk to you. ATC, after figuring out you're friendly, right? They don't want to give advice to somebody who's unfriendly. What if a terrorist had a change of heart and said, you know, I don't want to crash the plane. I'd rather just land. You know, they call up ATC. They say, I don't know how to do this. They go, were you a terrorist? Did you hijack the plane? And he goes, in all honesty, yes. And they're like, click, done. Fuck you.
Like, just crashes the plane.
Yeah. I tried. ATC, after figuring out you're friendly, will then begin giving you instructions on how to land, using the most basic terms as humanly possible.
You land plane.
You land plane on dirt.
Like, they just put a baby on the line. Like, put a headset on a baby, and it's just like, it's like, oh, I get it.
Rubber circles come out from bottom of plane, and you land on hard thing.
Make very good landing.
But yeah. Alright, so the next step appears to be gunning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah! Here we go!
Like, all the people are like, oh my gosh, that guy's in there. He's going to save us. And all of a sudden, they're just like...
Yeah, this is kind of on wikiHow and not on the person who wrote this article. That's not what a control column looks like. Not at all. That's just a lever.
Like, do they think that you control the height? And like a plane moves in 3 dimensions here. So
nah, man, it's just forward and back,
so,
and that just tells you how high up you're going.
So there's an up and down lever, and I guess there's like a horizontal lever that moves you left and right, and then there's like a slider that moves you forward and back.
It's like a steampunk machine with like steam and like gears and shit everywhere.
It's a locomotive. Yeah, there's like a guy shoveling coal behind you.
You're right. If that guy dies, you have to start shoveling.
Yeah.
And you have to shovel faster to make up for the time he was dead. If ATC asks you to descend, unlikely if they don't think you're friendly. They'll probably tell you to just go up and up and up into space.
Yeah, like in Superman Returns.
Yeah.
The best movie.
If ATC asks you to descend, push the control column forward, away from you. Seriously, when would ATC ask you to not descend? I mean, they might tell you to stay level, but they're never going to tell you to go up.
Maybe if you're already descending, you're about to hit something. It's like, go up, hurry!
Oh, wow. The next step has an even more descriptive picture. This will help us understand. To reduce airspeed, move the throttle, farthest left lever in the center pedestal of the cockpit towards yourself.
Wait a minute. So am I now sitting on the right side? Because it's showing it moving to the right. The other lever...
I don't even know what I was thinking this was still from a side view.
It is.
We just couldn't see the guy anymore. And then it's just moving up.
Yeah, instead of like down. So that means that he's now sitting on the other side. Oh my gosh, it's just a big bunch of levers sticking out of the floor. Look at the next picture.
Holy shit, look at number 8, yeah.
Just levers everywhere.
Just switches and levers. You're never gonna get it. You're never gonna land this thing. There's a reason pilots go through training.
There's no switches, Bob. There's a knob and a piece of wood.
There's not even labels. There's not even labels, dude. These are all just colored levers.
Dude, there's a button. There's one button. There's a knob and a piece of wood, and then there's just like about 1,000 levers sticking out of the floor.
Yeah, floor, walls, ceiling, everywhere. I mean, there's even one right there on your seat.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like you're about to be impaled at any moment.
Yeah. 8. To lower flaps, a portion of the wing extends, allowing for better forward visibility upon landing. What? Wait. Okay. Forward visibility upon landing isn't affected by what's on the wings.
Well, it is if the cockpit is on the wing.
I guess if you're flying like the Millennium Falcon or something. But if you're flying the Millennium Falcon, you might as well get Chewie to do it for you. A toggle farthest right of the center column of the plane adjusts it. Flipping it up causes you to have no flaps!
Wait, so...
And moving it down will extend flaps.
Wait, so if you move it
That's
up...
right.
Wait, if you move it up, it just detaches the ailerons?
Uh-huh, yeah, you pull it down and it'll extend. You push it up and they just come right off.
So now you can't control your altitude anymore.
At all!
You're just
You're
gonna
fucked.
die.
Maybe that's what ATT tells you if they think if you fail your game of Simon Says.
Yeah, like don't adjust the
They're like push it. They're like, I think this guy might be a terrorist. What should I do, sir? Just tell him to push the control rod forward. What'll it do? Detach the flaps.
Yeah. And you'll just like, well, it would not do that. I mean,
sure it would.
I mean, all it would
Number 9.
All it would really do is cause you to like plummet straight down.
I guess number 9 is like, this to me looks like you're Freddie Mercury with these bright white pants.
Nice.
And you're sitting on tires.
And a pair of loafers too.
And a pair of loafers, right? You're sitting on tires at a concert, and you're like pressing a pedal on a speaker.
I'd say it looks more like he's doing some sick DJing.
Yeah. With his foot.
There are some DJs.
So I guess,
there are some DJ tables.
I guess
with
if
foot
you're
pedals.
gonna crash the plane, you might as well put some pleasant music on.
Yeah.
To adjust your horizontal reference with the Earth's horizon, period.
There is no horizon. The Earth is flat.
To do that, what?
Well, it's easy.
I see.
You two by pushing down on the rubber pedals, 2 foot pedals on the floor. They are identical and one on each side of the control column. Will turn the aircraft in the direction you press the rudder. The rubber pedals plus the yoke are both extremely crucial in landing the plane, especially if you still have your flaps.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you already ejected your flaps, then you're gonna need to rely on that rudder. Just don't press both pedals at the same time. That'll eject that. Oh, look at that. It's
All right,
I guess there's...
You're really optimistic that I'm going to be able to direct this thing to a runway.
Yeah. Okay, so we got some mountains in the back in step 10. We got some mountains in the back. We got some really poorly drawn trees.
You know
really just lumps.
You know what's my favorite thing? And I'm not sure
What?
if you've noticed this, Bob. All these pictures have the exact same background.
That they do.
Did you ever notice that? It's like this sort of cerulean green.
I guess you're trying to land amid the aurora borealis.
Yeah, because it's like a cerulean green, and then these like lights from heaven, and they're in every picture.
Well, if lights from heaven are shining on you, then you're guaranteed to get to your destination.
Man, I love pictures.
What I like about this particular drawing is the fact that there are X's on what might be another runway or maybe a river or something.
Probably an access road.
Those X's are actually telling you crash here, crash here.
Yeah.
It's like a bunch of puppies trying to get you to adopt them, you know, like they're all jumping at you, telling you, "Hey, pick me!"
Oh my god!
All the crash sites.
We have to read this quick because the next picture is the best thing in the entire world.
Oh, okay, number 10. Line up the plane on approach, having the runway in sight or when close to runway, according to ATC. What if the ATC tells you you're not close, but you can see one? Like, you see it, but they're like, no, that's not a runway.
Well, you know...
Line up the plane, it could be a highway, and you could be an idiot. You do have no knowledge.
No, man, it's just a paradox.
Oh, I see. Line up the plane as best you can in accordance to the runway by using the control column and the rudder pedals. Don't use your flaps. They're gone. Yep. On every runway, mainly always to the left visual...
I talk like a cool pilot man.
I use flashy... whatever. There are reflective lights that point whether you are too high or too low. All 4 reds means you are way too low.
Where did you...
will crash before the runway. Wow, so, I mean... You see 4 reds and you go, I'm giving up.
My question, will the plane have like a screen with a little green head that'll keep telling you, where did you learn to fly?
Yeah, exactly.
I really wish that was on planes.
Whilst all 4 whites indicate you are too high and will miss the runway / not have enough time to brake.
Break?
However, yeah, break the plane.
That's not
There's a
breaking.
button.
Like, that's not stopping. That's you won't have enough time to break into pieces.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what they're saying. You'll miss the runway, but you'll land in one piece.
Oh man, the worst.
However, what you are looking for is 2 reds and 2 whites. That way, you know you're gonna break into pieces.
That way, you know you have equal representation.
Continue at that fine pace, and you will make it safely down.
Look at this plane.
Oh God!
The perspective. They're about to crash in the lawn.
What is with the wings?
I was about to say the wings. You know what happened? They turned the aileron control so much that the wings flipped backwards.
I see. Yeah, they pushed on one lever so much it rotated the wings.
And look at the rudder. It's been offset onto the left side of the fuselage.
See, that's I'm glad those passengers have the windows closed.
Look at the perspective. He's about to crash in the lawn.
He's not even. Yeah, he's not going for the runway or the X marks the spot, whatever that's supposed to be.
That's because he's going.
He's going right for the grass.
That's because he's an alpha man. He's going straight for the V.
I guess.
Look
yeah.
at that V.
Yeah. 11. Reduce power gently so that you will start a gentle descend towards the runway. Descend is a verb, not descent. Descent is a noun. Descend is a verb.
Hey man, verbing weirds language.
I guess nouning weirds language. Alright, toggle the flaps. At this point, they're saying, if you haven't gotten rid of your flaps yet, just eject them.
Yeah.
Number 12. ATC will ask you to put on full flaps. Don't take off your flaps! I was wrong! Put them back on!
Climb out of the
So
wing.
just toggle the flaps all the way down and leave it there. Okay? As you extend the flaps, you will have to apply some forward pressure on the control column to keep the runway perspective.
Yeah, because look in the last picture, the perspective's all messed up.
How do you keep it perspective?
Not in the picture for number 13.
What does that even mean?
Look at the perspective, it's off.
No, they didn't apply forward pressure to the control column to keep the runway perspective. That's why everything's all fucked.
Yeah, man. And
so that's supposed to be 150 feet. Not going straight down, it's going like at an angle.
Alright, it looks like it's about a foot off the ground.
Also, it looks like the tail of the plane is just broken off.
Wow, yeah, and I told you, look at that big tailpiece. It's all on the wrong. It's not all in the center of the fuselage.
Yeah, and the 2 rear, like the I don't even know what they're called. The side things are like not even lined up.
Yeah, like the one's pointing down and one's pointing up. So that way you get a sick corkscrew.
Yeah, well,
also known by snobs as an aileron roll.
Ah, yes. When you are just over the threshold, lines before the numbers, that's not helpful, and are about 150 feet, 45.7 meters, above the surface of the runway. Try to fly the plane parallel to the runway with its wings level.
With its wings level.
Totally out of whack.
Yeah, with its wings level.
Mm-hmm. Reduce the throttle by pulling it all the way back towards you as possible.
Sure.
And pull the control column gently towards you. It will feel like the aircraft is climbing. You will now slowly sink towards the runway. If you feel you are sinking too fast, increase the back pressure on the control column by pulling it even more towards you.
As soon as you touch down. Not touchdown, but touchdown.
Yeah. As soon as you touch down and your wheels just snap. What is going on there?
Also,
why is it so flat?
Seriously, touchdown. It's like you're landing in a football stadium.
Yeah, not as soon as you touch down. As soon as you touch down, apply full brakes. And now they know how to use brake. Oh no, they meant brake before, BREAK, but now they mean BRAKE.
Exactly. Depending on
this
the plane.
This is if you don't want to shatter.
Yeah. Depending on the plane, it is usually can be accessed by pressing on the tips, upper half of the rudder pedals as if you were pushing down the gas pedal and the clutch of a car at the same time. Mm-hmm. AKA push down both pedals. Yeah. Why can't this guy
usually can be accessed that way?
Why can't this guy state anything concisely?
Why can't he just speak? There we are with our weird wheels, broken tail, misshapen rear, whatever flap things are called.
Wait. Isn't there typically... the wheels, those are not the appropriate wheels for that size plane.
No, man. Gotta get...
They're not even configured correctly.
Yeah, man. You just put whatever wheels you want on there.
Yeah.
Just put a couple. They actually... Last time I flew, they used monster truck wheels.
Awesome.
Because it was cool. And
unfortunately, it also caused a lot of undue stress on the wings. Yeah.
We crashed, yeah. But the guy headed straight for the grass, so we were okay. As soon as all wheels have touchdown... Touchdown! Woo! As soon as all wheels have touchdown, apply full back pressure to the control column. This will stop the front nose wheel... What? From braking and probably killing you.
Remember that you were roughly right above the nose wheel.
It will stop the front nose wheel from snapping off and probably killing you.
No, I think he's implying it's going to shoot up through the cockpit and, kill you.
I think that is what he's saying. And I'd like to remind him what step 1 was. Stay calm. Don't let idiots stress you out. Alright. 17. Get out!
Yeah. As soon as you come to a complete stop...
Open the escape hatch, which is one of the side windows in the cockpit, and get out.
Also, you're apparently the guy from Limbo.
It's amazing to me that only one person was in that plane.
Yeah. They should have just taken a parachute.
I guess he really didn't let anybody annoy him.
Yeah, he just threw him out.
Blake, why don't you give us the tips?
Okay. When landing, stay as slow as you can, but keep in mind going too slow will cause the stall. Oh man, do the stall. Nose will suddenly drop. ATC will tell you what speed to maintain.
If ATC thinks you're friendly. If they think you're unfriendly, they'll just tell you fast.
Yeah. Most jets nowadays have autopilot and auto-landing configurations. For the purpose of this manual, there are none of these configurations on your jet.
Yeah, you're driving some 1930s piece of shit.
So that's what I get for taking the Wright Flyer Airlines.
Yeah.
When landing, your throttle will control how far you go. So if you are above the runway, no power is the best to have. If you are far away from the runway and you think you may touch down, increase power. You know, I
don't even understand that sentence.
You know, I played Top Gun. I know how to land a plane.
And did you get lots of touchdowns?
I did.
I got more touchdowns in Top Gun for NES than I did in any of the Madden games.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's because I had that Top Gun / Tecmo Bowl combo card.
Ah, yeah. See, you can get a touchdown on either side.
Exactly. Flaps will make it look like you are pointed right at the ground. Do not pull up.
Oh, good. Yeah, nice use of punctuation there.
Follow the tip about the runway if you are unsure.
Which tip?
Yeah, remember flaps are meant to increase visibility and allow you to slow the plane down. I really want
to know what they think flaps are on a plane.
I mean, you are aware. Like here's basically how a plane works. Wind goes over the wings and under the wings. And the flaps, you sort of control the way the wind flows over the wing, so you can control, whether you go up or down. They're not just flags.
Google image search flaps, and you'll see a picture from NASA. The flap is nowhere near where the pilot is. It's not in front of the pilot. Flaps are... I wanted to make sure I wasn't getting this wrong. And we're not. Flaps are on the wings.
On the rear part
I don't
of the
know
wings.
how that increases visibility.
Oh, I can't see that jumbo jet.
Unless you're talking about, through some kind of exterior camera, but if you have some kind of camera configuration to look at your wings in your pilot's cockpit, why the fuck don't you have autopilot?
Yeah, also, why, if you did have these cameras set up, why would they only be visible if you flipped the flaps up? You'd only see it when the plane was diving.
Yeah. Oh man, I want to see what's behind us. Better go into a dive.
Yeah. If ATC tell you that you are going to land on runway 22 or any runway with a number, add a 0 to that number, and that's the direction you are heading in. So runway 22 would be 220 degrees from north, roughly southwest. Runway 4 would be 40 degrees from north.
Just telling them 220 degrees from north doesn't tell them which direction you're going, clockwise or counterclockwise.
True.
So roughly southwest does.
If you're unsure...
But you really don't want people having to do math while they're trying to crash a plane. I mean, land a plane, wink.
If you're unsure, you will hit the runway. Keep in mind, if you keep the numbers in your sight and you're not moving in relative to the windshield, you will hit the target. Or hit that target. If the numbers move up on the windshield, you are too low. So wait, this is Top Gun.
Yeah.
If the numbers
are literally Top Gun.
Are getting lower in the windshield, you are too high. Fly up,
They
fly
are
up.
not moving in relative to the windshield. You will hit that target.
Where did you learn to fly?
Yeah, where did you learn to fly on wikiHow, apparently. Try the best you can to stay away from clouds. This allows for better vision and a good sense of how high you are on the ground. No shit!
Tips.
What kind of fucking idiot goes, oh man, this is an emergency, I better go through some clouds.
Yeah, I need those. They'll cushion my landing. They're so soft and
yeah,
fluffy.
it's like cotton, right?
Yeah, you'll just land on the clouds, and they will slowly take you down to Earth.
And then the last tip, which is I think the only good tip here.
Yeah,
maybe
ATC operators are trained to talk you into landing the plane, not tell you how, but talk you into doing it.
Yeah, no, like they're the ones who go, like, you're like, I don't know if I want to land the plane. I think I'm just gonna let it crash. And they're like, no, see, it's not just about you, man. It's about everyone else. And you go, man, you're right. I really should land the plane.
Yeah, but I'm so cool because I'm a nihilist and edgy.
Yeah, well, nihilism isn't pragmatic, you know. And then they talk you through it and get you to land the plane.
And they're like, well, fine.
Otherwise, nobody would.
Yeah.
All right, there's 4 warnings, and then we're done.
Okay.
Warning 1: do not disobey ATC.
All right, they're like, hey, you all right? So bring it down. It's like, no, I'm going up.
That's true. Don't disobey them. If you do, they may consider you still a terrorist
and launch F-18s after you.
Holy shit!
It's like,
oh wait, in a situation like that, period.
Yeah, they will shoot you down to protect the people living on the ground.
Wow.
I love the idea.
They're like, hey, okay, we've cleared up runway 22 for you. I think I want to go for runway 21. Okay, shoot him down, boys.
It's like, wait, what? No, it's just I wasn't comfortable going for it. They're like, oh, it's too late now, bitch.
You signed your own death sentence, you dumbass.
They're like, bring it down.
They're itching for an excuse to execute.
Yeah, like they say, bring it down, and then you accidentally move the lever the wrong direction. You start to go up. They're like, oh, terrorist. It's like, no, I don't know how to fly a plane. I'm sorry, I'm bringing it down. They're like,
it's like, okay, I'll let you live this once, but next time you fuck up, we're watching you.
No, like a little screen comes on, and they do the thing. They like point at their eyes, and then they point at you.
Yeah. Do not keep the communications button depressed. Any excess noise could potentially confuse the ATC operator.
Yeah, because it's all the idiots making loud noises.
Yeah, they're like, what is that? Oh, is that noise your engine? If your engine makes that noise, you're fucked.
They're like, are you listening to Venetian snares?
Oh, no. If your engine makes that noise, it means you're a terrorist. I have to crash your plane.
Like, no, stop, please.
Call in the F-18s. Do not jerk on the controls. This may cause the plane to stall. The nose will drop sharply. Or, especially on landing, cause a panic attack that could kill everybody on board.
Oh, those mass panic attacks. That's what happens.
Wow.
That's what happens.
You jerk on the control, and everyone on the plane has a panic attack, and everybody dies.
Yeah, that's what you get for clogging the controls with your semen.
Wow.
It says don't jerk on the controls.
I got a question. How many times do you think pilots go through that when they're training? Do they have simulations and they jerk on the controls and everybody on the plane just instantly dies? Unless in the case of imminent danger. Period. So is that a continuation of what was before, or is that just a standalone sentence? Because having the period there ends the thought.
Yeah. Do not do anything more than what ATC tells you. Well, yeah, they'll shoot you down if you do.
Yeah, they'll fucking kill you, dude. They'll kill everybody on board.
It's their favorite.
They have their finger on the trigger and they are ready to go.
They've got a big red button that says "kill the terrorist," and they're just aching to
kill
press it.
terrorists, and it just fires heat-seeking missiles into the air indiscriminately. Doesn't even matter if you're nearby. They will fire missiles that just hit anything nearby. Well, that is how to land a plane with little to no knowledge. And it seems like they have little to no knowledge.
Yeah, how to
Maybe this should have been called How to Land a Plane from Someone with Little to No Knowledge.
Yeah, how to write an article with little to no knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. We should write that article. But for now, we'll leave this here. Thanks so much for watching.
Bye.
Thanks for joining me, Blake.
Oh, no problem.